Happy Monday. Well, thank you for being here. We're welcoming Vella Jewelry in about 1 minute. Kind of having a little fun Monday, doing tons of eye gels. Hi. Hi, guys. What's up? Hey. Let me get you guys in here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Hey.
Hi.
How are you? Welcome.
We just received severe thunderstorms. So I'm like, I've been testing this room and it was like, oh, perfect lighting, but now severe thunderstorms.
You can't plan it. We've had those too, like really bad ones, and it's like raging out here, and
Yeah,
it's been a weird winter, or weird summer.
yeah, for sure.
Can't even remember. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited to learn from your collection and have you try some stuff on for us.
Yeah, okay. I hope I have enough to try on.
We're gonna talk all about it. I was, like looking through all your videos.
Oh
And
God,
they're great.
I'm not good at Instagram at all because it's just I just post something and then I'm out for like a week or two.
It's it's a lot to keep up with.
It is a lot to keep up with.
Like a full-time job almost.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, so what did tell us a little bit about your collection and how you started and where
You mean start the company?
yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, I think I started I think 2010, I believe. I was working corporate America, but then my son was born and I wanted to take care of him. and so I mean, but still what I was dabbling, I was still taking care of him and doing the jewelry but then I was like, well, let me just stay home, but I still want to make money.
Yes.
And that's when I started the jewelry company. And yeah, so I've been, trying to increase, ever since. Yeah.
Because I had another job before too, and I kind of came into this very gradually as well.
Yes.
So what can you like? Did you always have an interest in jewelry? What sparked this as a company then?
Well, I've always had an interest in fashion for sure.
Okay.
And well, it's funny because okay, my husband and I were newly married, and then he's German, so he had to take his GMAT, so he was occupied every weekend.
Oh.
So one rainy Sunday afternoon, I decided to go to an arts and crafts store, and I was walking the aisles, and I came across the jewelry section, make your own jewelry, and I was like, "What? People can make their own jewelry?" That's how I started,
Oh,
and
fun.
I was like, "I can do that." So I started doing it, but as I said, it was very gradual. So I'm a self-taught artist. um and I started this when my son was very like 1 years old, so I didn't get the opportunity to go to school or I've always wanted to do some metalsmith classes, but I'm pretty much self-taught.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
My father has always owned his own construction company, and I've always been creative. I knew how to draw and all that, so I'm very creative minded, but the skill, I just taught myself.
That sounds great. I mean, yeah. I think there's that's the way that's what I did too. But I went into classes and kind of cobbled it all together. No formal education, but
Yeah.
developed like this really over the years a style, and
Yes.
it's really strong, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, and I mean, I went to a few classes at a bead shop, but nothing like a school for metalsmithing. I pretty much just felt my way through that part,
Yeah.
like the pieces that I'm wearing now. So mainly what I do is just simple pieces, but that's my aesthetic anyway. It's very simple because I'm a simple girl. I'm a simple girl. If I have something like too bulky or overweight, it stresses me. It bothers me. So I have to go with my flow, my inner flow.
It's like really reflection of you then also it sounds.
It's a reflection of me. However, I named the company, you
Yeah.
probably get, after my mom. And
Oh,
my mom was very fashionable. I mean, she and my father were very fashionable. And so I named the company after her. She passed away in 2000.
oh.
And I wanted to name the company some German name, but my husband said, well, why don't you name it after your mom? And I was like, yeah, why don't I name it after my mom? So it's a homage to her because she was, she wore the foxtails, the mink coats, the
Oh,
everything matched hats, tailored suits. I mean, she was dressed to the nine.
wow.
Now, of course, today we don't dress like that anymore.
No.
In America, we don't. I don't. I don't dress like she did.
No, yeah, I dress up, but I feel like I wear a lot of caftans.
Yeah. Well,
We've
that's
become more like athleisure, a little bit more casual, even though. So, do you feel like your collection kind of spans that because has some of your mom in it, but it also has a little bit of you in it too?
I think it has more of me. Now I grew up in South Georgia, so the ladies down here, and plus the ladies that I grew up watching, it was more like 1950s, 1960 Babylon, the larger necklaces, the ear bobs is what we call them, but ear clips. But now my style is more modern, very sleek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't know if I got that from my husband's side because moda means fashion in
Yeah.
German.
Yeah.
And so I did put a German word in my company name. So Vella is my mom. Moda means fashion, and I worked in the kitchen and bath industry, which was very modern aesthetic. So I did come from sort of design business industry, and so I gravitated towards modern, I guess, in that way, because I grew up with a very traditional aesthetic, and I just felt that that's how excuse me, I was going to be for the rest of my life. But then I entered the world of kitchen and bath, and I was like, wow, I love modern. And so yeah, I do modern all the time.
Yeah. Wait, so tell me a little bit about your pieces. Like, can you show us some stuff? Because I kind of like looked at some videos. You do very intricate, like bead weaving. How would you describe your process and how you not only design, but then the construction and fabrication of the pieces?
Well, I stick with a few materials, metals, beadwork, and then I import a metal, not a well metal, and then resin from my husband's country of Germany. So I keep those three elements in the Velmoda line. So the process when I do metal work, it's just basic, just getting spools of wire. This is a ring. It's
Oh,
called it's
oh,
called pyramid. It's very let me show it without
I love that. Oh yeah, simple, clean line.
clean lines, and you can stack. These don't fit my and then I have very small open circle rings. Now these sell very well. These are part of my open circle collection. They're
Oh,
very small. They go with my open circle necklaces. And I have two on here, open circle. So that's this is what put me on the map, the open circle, because there was a point in my life where I went through a situation and I wanted to make an inspirational line. Anyway, I'm getting off subject.
you could
Uh,
be tell me.
Inspiration. So when I do metal work, it's just basic, the spool of wire, and I cut and I shape the way I want. The hammer, sand, and then I put it in a tumbler. Just basic. These earrings are my basic. These are called
I'm like, yes, show us everything. I loved hearing. Oh, I love that.
I call eclipse, and then I have the diamond hoops. So I make a lot of hoops, basic hoops,
Mm.
kind of new. It has a
Ooh,
oh,
the little.
on the bottom, and then I have a little small dangle here. I don't know. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's what I can see. little shiny movement.
And then this is kind of new. Most of my designs are inspired by something that happened in my life or my childhood or whatever. And so these are kind of new, and people have bought these a lot. They're called Willow. And
Oh, I love that.
the college I attended had this beautiful willow tree. So as I passed it, going to classes, I mean, I still remember this beautiful tree, and it just swayed in the wind. You know how willows are.
Oh
And
yeah. I
so
can totally see this in this, even though it's completely abstracted and modern, I totally see what you're saying. It has that
and
movement too.
it has the movement, and I'm a bit of a sap, so I kind of name everything. I name everything. Oh yes, I walked in the woods and I saw this beautiful tree, and yes, I'm going to make a pair of earrings.
I think that's awesome. You put a little bit of you into it. That's putting a little bit of you on top of everything else into your pieces. That's awesome.
Yes, and I just feel that everything has a meaning. You know, I love life. I love nature. I just love everything that God has given us, and I feel that people should not take advantage of. So I really appreciate everything, you know, and I just want to pay homage to everything, the water, the air, you know, because as I go through life, or go through situations or live in different places, sometimes you don't have what you're used to, you know, the comforts. And so I just appreciate. Uh-oh, what is that?
This is my I'm so sorry. That's my Japanese hot water pot.
Oh,
Staying
okay.
the boiled.
And I just feel appreciative of everything, and I just want to pay homage to it too, you know. And yeah, and I always say it's inspiration through design. So I have inspiration, and I design pieces based on whatever I'm inspired by.
And so you do little collections. So you're going to show us a couple things. And I noticed you have different collections. I was kind of looking. You have a whole water collection, or you've been talking a little bit about it.
Yeah, that's new. That's new. That's new
Okay.
because during the pandemic, as I don't know, I guess a lot of artists have experienced material shortage.
Yeah.
As I said, the materials that I normally work with, the material that I imported from my husband's country, you know, I couldn't get it, and some of the materials were produced in Italy. You know, Italy was the first place that was hit really hard,
So bad.
and then it trickled down to the findings. You know, the gold findings, the earrings, and I mean the jump rings and the wire. You know, the shortage happened with even with our my vendors here in the United States, and I was like, wow, this pandemic is real.
It really, yeah. It's been. Wait. So are you going back to materials? Do you use a lot of sterling silver, like gold fill or gold? Are you using more fine metals? And are you getting them? You're getting them in Germany also, or here? A combination.
Exactly. Yes. And I the sterling silver I use only for chains and findings. I use gold fill for the wire because I like to um keep my prices down.
Yeah, totally. I do too. I use all 14 karat gold fill also in my ear hooks. Same.
As well as the gold fill. But when I hand bead, I use
Ooh,
it,
yes. Excited to see this.
it's called you know, it's a bonding thread. But when I hand bead, I use gold filled earrings. I mean, excuse me, gold filled beads.
Mm-hmm.
Then I make this little thing here so I can attach the ear wire. And the ear wire is, of course, the ear wire is handmade with gold filled. I named this pineapple. I mean, I named it
Um,
instantly Vella, but I'm growing pineapples in the back of my house, and I was like, wow, this is inspired by the pineapple.
that's awesome, but it looks beautiful.
And so it comes in only two colors because my the beads that I normally buy, I have only used hematite.
Okay.
And so the beads that I buy, there's a shortage in that as well. So First come, first serve, ladies.
Yeah, be aware. Oh, so the beads are actually not glass; they're hematite, they're gemstone.
Yes, they're electroplated, hematite. Yeah, everything's just different shapes.
I
The
love that.
and then the hexagon ones are hematite, and then the gold is gold filled, and then I make this here just to hang the ear wire. So it comes in. I think I like the green one the best.
Ooh, show us. Yeah, show us the colors.
Green.
Yes.
So
Ooh.
it's a dark brown and then a gold, and then in the middle is it's more of a moss green, and then a moss green on the bottom.
Oh, I love that. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
color.
I think everything I love hand beating the most because it's very relaxing, and I don't know, I really can get very creative with it. I do like metal smithing because I can make cute shapes like this, but mostly hand beating is the best for
And,
me.
and I feel like hand beating's like the is that. Do you think that's like what did you start out with? Did you start out with a combination, or was it hand beating first? It sounds like hand beating was first, like the
Um,
core of your collection. Do you feel
well,
like?
hand beating was definitely before the wiring, the metalsmith. It was definitely before that. Um, but I've advanced with my skill with hand beating, and I used to do very intricate pieces, but for wholesale,
No. Oh,
can't spend much time on pieces.
you kind of. I usually do like I'll do a big piece, and then from there I'll take elements of it, and then do my wholesale production or my wholesale collection from
Oh,
it.
okay. I love your pieces, by the way. I love everything you have, even the necklace you're wearing today.
I,
And
this, this is one of the first things I ever made.
oh, really? Let me take my glasses off because I can see better.
Look at
Oh,
this. It's like
beautiful.
from 2009.
Oh my oh gosh, that is really nice. But I love how you create your art. It's different. I haven't seen anyone who does the
Yeah.
circling. You clap it with the crimp beads, right?
We all know about it because especially if you're a beater, because I also was a beater, this is like little
I
crimp,
love
but it's like jewelry about jewelry in a way, you know?
that. Really nice. Yeah. See, and don't you dream about design?
All
I
the time.
I wake up in the night and I'm like, I just start thinking about how especially when I'm stumped on a design, and I wake up in the middle of the night. I try to figure it out in the middle of the night when I'm awake.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Okay. On your phone, the notepad, I just put a stylus by the bed. You can draw in the notepad.
oh well, I can't do that because I have someone sleeping next to
Oh,
me.
yeah. Like,
Oh yeah.
all like low light, like, oh, just
Oh,
write it.
sometimes when I can't sleep and I need to write something down, I do that sometimes. Yeah,
Well, I feel like I'll lose it also.
exactly, exactly. But
It's
no,
okay. I know. Wait, so yeah, show us more. I love this. I did
so
not know they were all hematite. I love hematite.
and this is um 2019. I designed this for 2020. So 2020 New York Now was the first time. As you can see, it's just a simple pendant, a simple pendant. Even though it takes me a
Oh,
bit.
beautiful. Yeah, like how, I mean, not, and also time doesn't matter, but is everything, because it is all done by hand, like how labor intensive and, yeah.
Well, I try not to make it too labor intensive because I'm very impatient, so I like to move on to the next. But for hand beating, I try not to do no more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I
You,
know.
you know, it's just it's just that's just the way it is. As you know, for wholesale, but more hand beating. This is one of my popular designs. It's called shaggy, and it's supposed to not be so neat. It's supposed to be very wild, which I am very wild. And so this is one of the resins that I used to import. And so since I have a very low quantity on that, but I can easily get the gold. This is it's a brass. It's matte gold. I only use matte gold, but if I'm not using gold filled, I use matte gold, and then glass beads, and then the hematite.
Mm.
It's kind of I named it after a shag carpet because my cousins and I used to play on shag rugs a lot. So
Totally know what you're talking about. I totally see that in the piece too. I
yeah,
love. Oh,
and
and the chain is 14 karat gold filled too.
the chain is 14 karat gold because I
Nicer.
put some quality in my with some quality. Listen to me, you know,
You put a ton of quality, but you want to make sure,
quality,
yeah, hyperallergenic, a little bit extra luxury or fineness.
extra luxury. And so, speaking of that piece, okay, and then you mentioned the new piece, the water.
Yeah, because you're wearing something I see also. So I'm like, ooh, look at that. I'm like, I love all this try on because I'm learning so much about, ooh, yeah.
Now, because of the materials, I had to think of a material that I could get here in the U.S., easily accessible. So I had to start making my own resin. So this is kind of like shaggy, but the top part is what I make. It's the resin that I make, and so I'm loving this, and
Beautiful.
I'm going to make it in different colors. I can't show you the different colors because I haven't made it yet.
I'm
But
just,
it's going to be smoke, clear, maybe blue. I'm not sure, but green for sure.
mm.
So this is the variation of what I just showed you. Shaggy, shaggy one, shaggy two
I love it. It's like a little petite version kind of too.
version. But then I have the earrings.
Ooh, those. I think the resin. I need that color. That green color is perfect by the beach, you guys.
And it's good for it matches the brown. And I have the ear wires, the gold field ear wires, gold field jump ring, but then all of this is brass and glass and then hematite.
Oh, it's pretty. It's nice because everything that goes through your ear then will be hyperallergenic. It'll just last a little bit longer, you know?
And then this is a simpler version. This is the same resin, but this is my simple metalsmith work, just simple line with a gold field ear wire. That
Mm. This is such a nice way to bring in color.
to bring in color, and then
Yeah.
I'm trying not be so crazy with everything. Everything has to complement each other because I do like a lot of things,
Yeah,
but I have to keep it comprehensive, right? Don't you feel the same way?
totally. Like there's a certain design aesthetic or visual language that you're communicating across all collections. And I see that when I see all the pieces together. Even the simple, more metalsmithing work, because you're using some of those elements in the findings you're doing for the
I
other.
I am, and plus, the earring that I just took off. I feel that you can wear a simple hoop even with the necklace.
Oh, yeah,
I,
totally.
I wear it, and then because I use I haven't made a necklace for this, but because I use gold field for the earrings, if I had a necklace, I guess it could be a small pendant for a necklace. You could do that as well.
Oh, that would be cute.
And then let me.
And also beautiful bracelets and rings.
I have this
Ooh, oh, beautiful. That's new. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
this bust here. um the earrings that I just showed you. Now this is it's just okay. Wait, let me put this on.
Okay.
I haven't decided if I want to do this long or short, but this is. Look. I didn't put a clasp on.
Well, you can always put it
Oh
in later.
my
You
gosh.
have to just like whip it out before putting all the findings take more time.
Maybe I should back up. But so this is a necklace. I think I'm going to do it short. Let me take off some of the necklaces that I already have. Yeah, the one that I'm
And the
taking is part of the water. It's called liquid, actually, GG liquid. So this is the green, and then I have a simple piece. I like to do some layering here.
I layer it up for it. I love the layerings. People can. You need to show people how to wear it all together, right?
Exactly. Now this is the same color. It's just I use a different technique, so it's darker, but still I like it. And then there's a longer piece, sort of longer. Uh-oh. I think I messed up on the length, but this goes with the this goes with the earrings. And it's as you can see, it's very modern, very simple.
Super pretty.
And then it goes with my open circle necklaces. Some ladies love to, layer.
Oh yeah.
I mainly wear necklaces, not so much earrings. The first time I'm wearing these earrings, by the way. First time. I normally don't wear my own earrings. I mean, except for if I make smaller ones, I do.
You're more of a small earring person as your personal taste. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
a necklace person then? Is like, what's your favorite jewelry item? Necklace, bracelets, earrings, rings, brooches, necklaces.
Yeah, for sure. And yours?
I would say necklaces too. I'm a necklace. I always start my collection with a necklace, a big necklace, and then from there everything else flows.
Oh yeah. I have made big necklaces as well. It's just I don't know, large necklaces don't sell that well for me.
It's
It's
different.
the
Yeah.
smell. I told you I'm nervous.
You're
The smaller ones sell better for me.
Yeah,
And
I totally know what you mean. I think it's a harder sell and takes longer. Same for me, but I do have that customer that likes kind of bigger sometimes, like art to wear type of customer.
yeah.
So I do a little bit of both.
See, I don't know, your customers compared to my customers, but mainly my customers like the petite. And plus, I'm from Georgia, so we like it small. We like it small, but then again, there's only a few ladies who prefer larger pieces. But I do what I like, and this is it.
I think the layering has such a nice effect. I think it's super fun too, as well. I think people love layering.
But this is new, as I mentioned. This is new, so I'm still tweaking this material. I'm still trying to understand it, but this is it. This is what I have so far. And when I see you again on the 17th,
We're going to be having so much fun. I can't believe.
now we're supposed to bring our own drinks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, you could see me dancing on the table.
We have an hour like out before like private time, so
Oh my
get
God.
ready.
This is my first time hanging out with you, Megan. I don't know. No, I'm just teasing.
I like talk to everybody, so it'll be a nice group of people. Everybody is nice. I think that's like, we have a really good design aesthetic that we're showing. That's really strong, women owned. A lot of museum stores and galleries, boutiques, specialty boutiques is kind of like the target. So I think that's going to be a nice draw that we have such a good collection. A lot of also, do you work with the catalog like Artful Home or anything like or Uncommon Goods?
No, I don't.
I'm working on it. We're gonna present to everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That sounds exciting.
No, I think that'd be fun. We already have some museums signed up. I'm working on getting more, so we'll just have, and we're gonna have Robin Kramer, who is a consultant who did. Do you know Flourish and Thrive Academy, or she does like?
Oh, yes, yes. I think I'm following them.
Yeah, she's gonna come and chat with us, and we're
Okay.
gonna be fun for everybody. A little bit something for everybody.
And see, this is kind of new. The community it's kind of new for me because I just started exhibiting at New York Now maybe 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You too?
Yeah, I did it. Okay, so I started 10 years ago.
Okay.
And then what I did was I stopped exhibiting there and then started doing retail at Grand Central Terminal, which was like a retail pop-up. And I shifted my funding to doing little presentations at Yotel, which is down the street from New York Now.
Yeah.
All the stores stay there when they are going to shop. So I do a little like breakfast and party twice a year.
Uh-huh.
Do that this year because there's no fun in person.
So you don't go to the actual trade show. You are in Yotel.
Yeah.
Well,
Usually
that's good.
it's fun too. And then we have
Yeah,
a bar party usually.
yeah.
Love that.
And
Um,
you're still sell, and you're still able to present your. I'm just teasing.
it's fun. Well, that's what it's like it's a nice a way to pay back to our stores also a little bit.
Yes, like production or something like that.
Yeah.
That's really good. It is. You know, you have to appreciate them because they're the ones who are keeping you, keeping us afloat. It
Hmm.
is
Yeah.
because maybe 80% of my business is wholesale.
Hmm. Okay. And where do you like normally like what kind of stores buy you typically?
Museum.
Museum. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, museums mostly. Not specialty shops. Now some, well, of course, independent retail, but mostly museums. And I don't know, I guess because I like to go a little crazy and I'm very sentimental, as I said. The museums love the color pieces.
Yes. I can
They
see that.
they only buy a few metals, I guess, to complement the color pieces, like the hand beaded work. But they
Hmm.
go for color, whether it's my hand beaded or um I have a look. I'm wearing too much
Ooh,
jewelry, Eddie, but
no,
but
I love to see.
but they also go for.
What is their audience, and are they then targeting more tourism, people in the community? Like who's coming in and buy? I think museum stores are. I think they have really great selection of jewelry
I
typically.
Oh, and I think a lot of museums like to curate based on, well, they curate based on their exhibition, and I guess they're locals. I think, I'm not quite sure. I haven't. It'll be nice to interview some of the museum buyers and see what they actually do,
Yeah,
right?
I think that'd be a great. I'm working on that.
But most
Yeah,
of the who approach me, they buy for exhibitions.
cool.
Speaking of the materials that I import from my husband's country, I'm taking some off so I can
So,
put on. The museums buy the, like, these.
ooh,
Now,
yes, I saw this. Now, what's the material there? That is gorgeous.
anodized aluminum. I
Oh,
I
love
call pieces my breather because, after all the work, this is just hand strong. This,
simple.
but I absolutely love this material. It's anodized aluminum, and it has a satin look, and I beaded it with the hematite. So this is like a polished hematite and a string chain.
Ooh, feels really nice on the skin.
It feels nice, but when you first put it on, it's cold, but it adjusts to your body temperature. And this is a good seller. I can't
And
put.
do you have a show us different lengths? And do you have earrings? Okay, so I want to say also the anodized aluminum with the hematite. The colors are so nice together.
It is, and
Yeah,
all
it was
and
really beautiful
match
to go
with
together.
resin. It does. It match well with resin and matte metals. And so that's what I do. A lot of simple earrings with it's just a simple blue, and it will pick up the oops, pick up the blue in the necklace here. And you have to think about I guess the age range, because some buyers tells me, their age range, and a lot of people don't like the I guess the larger hoops or the heavier hoops, so I try to make something simple. And plus, to import the cost of import, I have to think about that as well. I have 3 vendors in Germany, so I bring in from the three, but it's all mainly the same materials. And so,
That's
yeah.
cool. And so this is awesome. So you're and how has that been affected? I mean, obviously, is it coming back now a little bit better now in terms of your ability to import?
Not yet, because
For
well,
you?
I have enough material now that I'm going to try to sell, and then I don't know. I think just the resin I may wean out, because now I'm making my own resin, so I may stick with that, the resin that I make first, and then maybe consider ordering more from them. But I have to buy more than I used to in order to justify the cost of shipping.
Oh yeah, totally.
However, production as well. As I said, Italy was hit really hard with the coronavirus, and so the production of resin came from that country. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
interesting. But
but
the aluminum is more German based, so you'll be able to support that. Okay.
well, I think so. I think so. I love the material, so I think I will just continue to bring it in and just bring in more than I normally do. We'll see. We have to
We're like this. We don't know what the future holds.
out, and we just have to work with what we have. And so that's why I started making this, because you have to keep it moving. You can't
Well, you're thinking about the future also, which
future, yeah, you have to keep it moving. You can't just sit and go why. I mean, you just have to keep it moving.
I completely. So show us a little bit more. You were showing us the simple strand. You're going to show us a long version with the
uh,
aluminum cubes.
um well, I can make it long,
Oh,
but as
okay.
I said, I like to keep my prices down. um Excuse me, you never know what works. um I don't know. I try to get fancy, like have one necklace that adjusts, which is probably simple for you or maybe someone else, but I have so much going on. I could put a clasp here that slides, but this is 20 inches, which I think would fit different neck sizes. And plus, with the beads looking so beautiful, I like it on the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done this in a longer version, but sometimes you have to consider the way the beads hang, and sometimes it just doesn't hang. So
It'll collapse on itself versus having a nice curve.
yeah, exactly. And I like this in a curve.
Yeah, I got you. And that's because you're their neck, which is yeah, totally understand.
And I've always done fashion jewelry, but as I told you, I had a little interruption in my life where this inspirational piece came from. So I can't get rid of this because this is a top seller. So I try to, everything I do in the fashion jewelry, I try to make it complement
Mm-hmm.
this.
So it all works. So do stores buy both?
No,
Okay.
they they don't.
So they'll buy either more the fine or the more simple.
It depends on the store, which I like,
Okay.
because I like designing and I like making. So I try to, I don't try to make according to them. I make according to the way I like. I mean, what I like. Excuse me. I'm so nervous. What I like. Um, so because I love to design, and I have, simple earrings that have the hematite,
Mm-hmm.
another cut in another size of the hematite, and it blends in with this
Perfect.
type, even though it's a size, but still, you know, and then with these earrings, they're still gold, but uh, shops may want the traditional look, or they may want the this look. To me, this is classic. It goes in the category of classic, and my Shaggy, of course, goes in the category of crazy. Sassy, crazy, cool, like
A little bit
TLC.
wild.
So yeah,
Right.
it depends on the shop. I don't know, it depends on their demographic.
But you're hitting then multiple aesthetics and appealing to different shops too, which is nice.
Yeah, and so I don't know, how do you do your line sheets? Do you put all of your pieces on your line sheet, or just a collection at a time, or?
I'll tell you, I do um, my core collection I always have in my book, and it's always available. And I have probably 50 pieces in my core collection. A lot of it is like simple things, kind of exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are things I've had in my collection for 10 years that people always buy. And you test it over time, right?
Exactly. Oh, those are pretty.
Like little movement. And then what I do is I try to do, and I feel like you're doing this also.
Yes,
I
I
try to
do.
do a special highlight of 10 pieces or 12 pieces, like a mini collection twice a year.
Exactly. Yes, I do that too. But these, for example, they stay in the collection because they always sell. But they're simple to me. They're simple, but they have the color. I do brown and blue, black, and green and brown, and then this comes in green and blue and black. So I try to, excuse me, of course, complement the colors. And like I said, this always stays in my collection, and of course all the simple hoops stay in my collection. But I rotate the hand beading, because I come up with different styles,
Mm-hmm.
and then the resin, and the aluminum.
Yeah. Oh, you kind of flip.
I,
It's almost like you're doing little special because you change. How often do you change the collections in? Once a year or update them?
I
Like,
see. Yeah.
that's a lot.
Well, because I get bored with the with the design, like,
I totally.
gotta keep designing.
No, I mean, it's like a shark. You got to keep moving forward, right?
I mean, it never stops. It never stops. But if something doesn't work, then of course it just doesn't work. But I always have ideas in my head. But let me show you the white version of the green.
Ooh, oh, that is so pretty. Oh, it's really elegant. Extremely with the gold.
Yeah, with the gold. And
Mm-hmm.
some ladies ask, do I carry it in silver? Which I can, but gold makes color pop.
Different. Yeah, it
And
has warmness.
the smaller version. You probably can't see it, but it's smoke. I call it
Yeah.
smoke because it's a very light gray. The pigment is black, but once I put it in the resin, it's smoke. So I will carry clear, which is it's not really clear.
Really.
It's white. I did a double resin. Clear, green, smoke, and maybe blue. As I said, I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided on that yet. But that's the water you were asking about.
Ooh. Because, okay, so my other question, okay, you do sometimes do it in sterling. Will you also do specialty colors for it? You said a lot of museums will order for exhibitions. Will you adapt colors to different stores if they ask? Okay.
If they ask, for sure. You have to be flexible, especially museums. You have to be flexible with color. I did an exhibition for a museum, and the exhibition was called The History of Color. I was like, okay, this is up my alley. This is up my alley. I love color. And they told me to do whatever. And I was like, okay, this is extra perfect. So
Right.
I just sent them a lot of the um the aluminum. I think I sent them a lot of these earrings.
And
Um
like
this is
show, lay it on us.
this this is a mustard color.
Ooh. Ooh.
I make the frame and make the ear wire, but this is the aluminum, and then this is resin, and then the gold is brass. So I make that, and then I have it in blue. I have it in a
Ooh.
blue,
Oh,
and
that's pretty.
I really love this. Everything is tangled. Sorry.
Okay.
I have it in a darker color, which I love. And I
Ooh.
always use the gray, because gray and gold matches everything. It's like silver and gold.
It's like having oxidized silver with gold. You get a nice two-tone. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and then that's it. That's all I have here. But I have blue. I love blues, but I don't know. Not everyone loves blue as I do, I guess. Yeah.
I find like I feel like people love green and purple a lot. I've
Purple
noticed. Purple is
every year,
I have to put purple in my collection every year. Same.
especially during the winter.
Yes. And I think I didn't know ladies love purple so much.
Ladies and little girls.
Oh, okay.
Not so much, but older ladies and little girls.
Yeah, okay. Because it doesn't look that good on me, but my mom looks great in it, so I always have it because of her. My jewelry collection is very much an homage to my mother as well. So what you said completely resonates with me. But it was funny because I'm like, this is a. I just did after doing. Do you do retail shows ever, or do you ever do any? Because you said 80% is mostly you do 80% mostly wholesale. Yeah.
Retail, you mean like trunk shows?
Yeah.
I do maybe one trunk show a year. I don't do too many. Because I'm busy doing wholesale.
That's great.
But I do a lot of appearances at the local shops here. I don't travel anywhere except for New York because I have a school age child here who's going
Mm-hmm.
on Wednesday.
Oh.
COVID school, I should say, homeschool.
Okay. Okay. I'm like,
No. They're not entering the classroom.
okay. Everywhere is different, you know?
Yeah, everywhere is different, but they're starting 100% digital learning. So I only travel once a year to New York for a week, and then I stay here in Atlanta. I have enough work to keep me busy with the local shops, and so I
Awesome.
do some events there, and I have another shop called Eco Home Atlanta. If you're listening, Eco Home. um, I work with that shop as well, and I did a lot of trunk shows there.
Cool.
Um, and then we have a nice museum here called the High Museum.
Beautiful museum.
Oh, have you come?
Yeah. I travel all over the
Oh,
country.
wow.
Not me,
Great.
you know.
That's great. And I also want to do an international trade show. I Frankfurt. I like to go.
Ambiente.
Excuse me, you're breaking up.
Oh, Ambiente. Have you seen?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, I can connect you with them because they contact me a lot. I've also done Maison et Objet in France.
I haven't done.
I speak French, so that's
Oh,
why I went.
I
I do
speak.
not speak German, so I did not go to Frankfurt, but I've heard wonderful things.
Well, they speak English, but I speak German. I speak children's German, as they call it. I only went to school for 1 year in my husband's village, and that was it.
That's awesome, though. But German is super difficult.
It's difficult, exactly. And I'm trying to get my son to learn it, but it's difficult. It's a difficult language.
It is, yeah, because learning French was hard for the accent, but the actual construction of the language there's rules. German doesn't have that much rule. The rules are whatever.
No, and I'm always asking, why do you do this? Why do you say it this way? Why not just have 3 articles? The and but they have maybe, I don't know, 8 articles for their words, and everything is male or female. I don't understand that as well, but
That's like Latin languages, so that I understand. My partner is not English speaker either. He's from Colombia, so
oh,
it's very interesting that I have to explain English. English is a really hard language.
I heard it was. Someone told me that when I was learning German, that English is very hard.
Similar to a little bit easier than German, but on the spectrum closer to German than French.
That's weird. I guess you just have to be born into
We are
it.
so lucky. We are so lucky.
We are lucky. But let me show you another.
Absolutely.
Okay, so look, I didn't put the clasp on this one as well. Oh, yes, I did. So I'm
Ooh.
trying to get into black. Now this is hematite,
Ooh.
but shape, and I named it black clover because I wove it into a sort of a clover,
So pretty.
but
Super beautiful.
it looks better in person to me than I can see it on
It lays beautifully.
let me take this off.
Lays really nice. And
And
so
so I have the necklace, and then I made a lariat. Oops.
I love lariats. We need more lariats.
I made a lariat here. And I'm going to make the earrings as well.
Cute together.
But I think it may go with my water, as you call it. So this is the resin with a black splash, but then I have this piece which
Oh,
has black.
ooh, I love how are you getting the black in there? That's so
It,
beautiful.
it's a dry dye that I use.
It makes it feel almost like a gemstone, like you know terminated quartz? It's like black veins of tourmaline forming in quartz. I use this, but it feels like that you're replicating.
Oh, I didn't think about that because now that I see it,
It's
and I like that. And see, this is a sterling silver that I oxidized, so to bring out the black. And if you like a lot of jewelry, and so this picks up the black here. It's probably too black the beads here, but once I put on the water pieces, now you have the clear and the black.
oh, I like that together. I like your whole neck story. I like how you're layering them up a lot. This is great. They lay really nice together.
Yeah, and this is my large. So if you like larger pieces, just
Yeah,
layer it, right?
yeah.
And then I
Those
have
work really well together. I see the lariat fits perfect with that longer piece too.
it
It looks
does.
like together. Do you design that way? You think about people wearing them this way?
I do. I designed that way. Because you have to consider the look. When I started, I made a necklace that hit right at the boob, and I was like, okay, so now I'm learning. Don't make a necklace that drops 12 inches. 12, you have to go above, this part. 12.
Compliment bodies.
But the lariat, I think the chain is 16 inches, and I think it drops 4 inches, so it may go. Well, I don't have anything, so
Yeah, I don't.
so,
Perfect
so
out.
go in the cleavage, but I like
Beautiful though. And I'm like, I
now
like.
do layer pieces like this, smaller pieces, long pieces, and then a short version of what you have for the long necklaces.
Oh yeah, I do the same. We do like mini. I have nothing here. I do like a mini. I do 18-inch typically is my short, and then 20. But then I do like a 30, a longer necklace.
Yeah, I think I do the same.
I wear this length a lot.
Oh, that's nice. See, this is what I would wear. Something long, because
Long
I really don't fuss.
below the bust, right? And then I'll layer the short necklace.
That's cute.
You know,
Oh, I
so
love
you know,
together.
it's like little funky. Look at that.
And I love, of course, the geometric.
Oh,
Yeah,
pretty nice.
that's me because it has a modern look.
Yeah, very modern. And this is like one of those. It's like delicate and
Yeah,
squishy and soft. And then I actually have like a matching long version, so you can wear both together, and then a medium, so you can actually be fully covered from here to here.
yeah, but that's okay because some people like that, and
Oh,
and
totally.
plus it depends on where you are in the country. Because here in Georgia, especially our trade show, have you come to the America's Mart?
No, I've only heard about it because I've heard really good things. It just I've always hear so. Anyways, it would seem like a lot of extra expense.
Well, yeah, as New York, which is probably.
I live here. That's why I just like, well, because
Uh,
those are expensive.
but the buyers for America's Mart as opposed to New York now, totally different.
Oh yeah.
So, and then the buyers who shop to me at America's Mart, they come from the southeast region of the United States, California, maybe mid United States, but to me the buying is the same. They like trend, but I
Mhm.
don't allow trend. I try to stay away from trend. It may end up looking like trend, but I don't, you know, it's not, I don't try to do trend pieces. I just do what I like. But and so New York, I think that's it, my market as opposed to where I'm from, Atlanta.
Interesting. And you think the distinction is that in New York they're kind of buying more for design, and that you have this clear voice.
They are just living for sure. And they are, of course, always looking for something different, something that they haven't seen. And that's what I like. I've always been a fashion conscious person. I think I told you I wanted to go to fashion school, but I chose to go where I accepted a scholarship. I did track and field in college, so I chose to do that instead. Um, but I've always liked design, and I like to create. I try not to be so wild with it, and I think that's my fault. I shouldn't do that because when I saw your pieces, I was like, she is going for it, and I love.
I do like this. Yeah, I do everything. Do you see this?
But that's awesome.
I,
That's
but I think that way, and but I love all jewelry, and I think what you're doing is you're creating that story, though. You are creating some wild things in there.
I am, but to me, it's kind of subtle. I mean, some of it is subtle. You know, I mean, this is crazy. I think this is the craziest I've gone in years,
I
and
do.
but I like the crazy. This is typically me. You see my hair.
Perfect.
But do you do a lot of color in your
Yeah.
collection?
No, actually, I think about it. Not like I was really attracted to the colors you use, because I feel like you're bringing color in a way that's not rainbow. It's very elevated. And so when I bring color in, I typically try to think that way too. I'm not doing rainbow. I'll bring in something more subtle, like I've been doing these pink and green
Oh,
tourmaline.
cute. Yeah, these are gemstones.
Yeah, these are all natural faceted rondels.
Uh-huh.
And so I use all natural gemstones mixed with the steel cable and then gold and silver. So our 14 karat gold fill with sterling. So I feel like I see a lot of relation in terms of elevating something that's,
Exactly.
I feel that, okay, we're gonna get cut off in 1 minute.
Okay.
Cool piece you want to show us before we go?
Up here, I want to show. Well, I didn't show you. I don't know. I have a. Uh-oh. These are popular. These are popular. So I guess I should end it with this. This is called the Power of One. It's very simple, but it has the three rings that represent, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm spiritual as well, but that's the message for everyone today.
So
Let's
that I
together,
love.
and with one, we can all work through all of this.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. It's such a lovely message. Thank you so much for being here. I really look forward to chatting with you more next week.
Exactly. Thank you.
You guys, thanks so much. DM us for details if you want to tune in next week and be a part of our fun party.
Bye.
Bye.